Good Monday morning, and welcome to Ice Age TV, or should I call it EVH TV? Fast forward many years from now, and probably would be the appropriate name, right? Look at that there. Look at that nice clean Mustang Mach-E GT performance package. Look, it used to sit over there all the time. Now it's over there. Did it get driven? Yeah, it got driven. It got driven from over there to over there to get cleaned up. And then this here got all cleaned up. Well, yesterday, after we got back from the horse show, I got motivated and started cleaning some vehicles. And it's pretty hard to believe, even for me, that I used to clean all these vehicles all the damn time. I mean, I cleaned 3 vehicles yesterday. Now, of course, the kid helped. So I cleaned the Mach-E GT by myself. She pretty much cleaned that, but I helped. And then the Ram. Where's the big Ram truck, right? And I cleaned that. And clean these big trucks. Wow. It's a freaking project. And now I'm in the slow process of taking down my nice pear tree that's pretty much seen its day. Because the tree so much isn't dead, but that base is hollow. Yeah. So you know where that's all going. I have my nice cars parked over here. It'll fall in my nice car, right? There's one over down there, but I'm not really worried about that. But, oh my goodness. Had to make the decision to finally start cutting it up. And, yeah, that's a project. Never-ending projects, right? Yeah, so what's the theme? Come on back here. What's the theme today? What's the Monday morning conversation? Hey, Iceman, what's this deal with you making all these freaking morning conversations? Well, I got to talk to somebody, right? I mean, some people laugh at me and say, sure do talk to yourself a lot. And I say, yeah, you're right, I do. Look at the Ram. Nice and all pretty and cleaned up. Good Lord, I had to put air in these tires last night. It was a major project. These things take 65 PSI. I mean, technically, so this is only rated 65 PSI. But really, if you're doing heavy duty towing, the rear tire is supposed to have 80 PSI. Then I pumped up the airbag and all. But I got to get this truck out of here this morning because I got to get my guys to work and all the other stuff. So give me a moment here while I get the puppies in and all that good stuff. All right. You know, you have a really nice clean vehicle. Isn't that nice? I mean, one thing's for sure, you start cleaning these vehicles and you buy them and they're used, you start seeing all the imperfections of all the little, you know, like somebody repainted this surface here and chips and little dings. But what do you expect for a vehicle that's 8+ years old? And I don't know. Hey, Will! There's my one dog. He's doing whatever. But anyways, so I thought to myself this morning, I woke up, that today's conversation with my phone could be about decisions. I just thought to myself this morning, wow, where are we in today's society with all the decision making? It just seems to me that we're in such, different times, are we? I don't know. But it's like it's warm up here. I mean, to the point where, yeah, I could have worn a short sleeve shirt today. So let's get here up in the real deal here to get this day going. Come on, pups. And get up there. Come on. Move on up. Come on. I'm going up. Get to work. Right? Get to work. Come on. Go. Come on. Move on my way. So I fall down the stairs and everybody witnesses that, right? So anyways, I got too much going on here in my hands. Yeah, so anyways, here it's the Monday morning routine. Who the heck likes Monday mornings? Right? Yeah, who the heck here knows the attitudes from a Monday morning, from a Friday afternoon? Yeah, we're all programmed for that. Get the heck out of work and go play. The goal is to get out of work and go play, right? So anyways, not going to be a real long video. Just like to do my good morning conversations as I get all coughed up and caught up and drinking my coffee. So anyways, I thought to myself this morning, and what I've been doing a lot lately, I kind of I'm not really watching the news. So first thing is, I'm not watching TV news. I'm not watching internet news, and I'm reading just some basic articles on the Wall Street Journal, and I try to kind of keep it a little bit neutral because the media machine to me is just it's so dangerous because it literally drives to hate. I'm sincere. If somebody mentions you that they watch Fox News and you're an MSNBC fan, then you don't like that person. If you're a person that watches Fox News and you're the person that watches MSNBC, you don't like that person. That's where we are. Because each, media outlet has a whole different agenda. The hate and the love. One hates the person, the other one loves the person. And for me, I think to myself, oh my gosh, where we are today, I think about the decisions. When you and I as individuals have to make decisions. Every day you get out of bed, there's always decisions. You have to make decisions throughout the whole day. You have to, when you're driving your car down the road, do you make the decision to pass the guy that's putting down the 2-lane road? When you're driving down the road and you see somebody come up in the back end of you, do you start to make a decision you're going to play with this guy, or are you going to be, maybe you just move over so the guy can go by you? So it's infinite every day in the variables that you and I as individuals make decisions. What are you going to have for lunch? What do you have for breakfast? What are you going to read? Blah, blah, what do you maybe plan to go buy? The list is infinite. But what I thought to myself about is how today it just seems like people are being fed so much information that they're making decisions. And it's all about the information. That's what sways your way of looking at things and thinking about things. And I was just thinking to myself on how, how do you process your information? And in my age of life, what I think to myself more than ever is I get, as I'm here longer on this physical planet, and I watch the things that go on, and I just think to myself, how do you process the information that, helped you complete that decision? And for me, I think it's just befuddling. And I think, sadly, more than ever, we base our decisions on information that we think we understand, but you don't. And so, for me, looking around in our culture today, more than ever, I feel like the social media machine is just convincing people to make decisions, but they're just kind of following the group, or they're not really in depth thinking through the decision they support on what it does long term. And that's a challenge, because all we hear about is if this person's in power versus that person in power, this is what's going to play out. And you hear the love story for the person and the hate story for the person. That's just, and it just depends on how you look at things in life and which way you're going to support somebody who makes sense to you. But at the same time, to me, it just is kind of befuddling that people will elect an individual based on kind of just one strong view of something. And that goes on a lot. But I think to myself also that in our social media machine, I think sadly, people don't really do the research to understand what really makes sense. And so I'll give you an example. Let's use Elon Musk. This is just so befuddling. And I've talked about him numerous times over this past summer. We all know he just finally got the Twitter deal done. And, I've been saying, what is that all about? What is Elon trying to accomplish? Besides, I think it's just him controlling content now. Yeah, he wants the free speech, but, whoever holds the gold kind of makes that decision. So it'll be very interesting to see if the Twitter platform really is the so-called free speech, and now you really can hear everything and anything. Yeah, that'll be very interesting. But here's what's really intriguing to me is, and I've always have said this, Elon Musk, he's a master. He's a master magician of getting money out of people, because that whole Twitter deal is financed by the bankers. And I'm sure the money's being leveraged against his stocks or whatever. But this was the news this morning I saw on the Wall Street Journal, is that Twitter has been paying annually $51 million in interest. Well, what does that mean? Well, it means they've got debts out there that they have to service, and the interest they pay on that debt is $51 million a year. Well, now with the new deal with Elon Musk, it's going to grow to $1 billion. Think that through. $1 billion, what is that? 20 times the rate of what they were paying. So for Twitter to be self-sufficient, their growth is going to have to be, how many 100% growth for them to be able to service that debt. Wow. So the banks, actually, they're kind of the word on the street is the banks, they don't think they made the right decisions. So there you go. So I think to myself, what's driving Elon Musk's decision to buy up Twitter? And then all the investors that are supporting him with it. Yeah, we shall see. That's a decision that could be incredibly, great for maybe Twitter, or it could be just a big, fail. And I think that, unfortunately for us, more than ever, what we're witnessing is, it seems just like the minority of people, more than ever today, are controlling the decision making. And even for me as an individual, it's not like mankind hasn't had the select few controlling a lot of things. I understand all that, but it just seems that more than ever, that the squeaky wheel gets the grease is getting so much attention. And you can just go down the list. The green agenda is the number one thing that right now is beyond believable what's playing out. Even the point now, the big bank conglomerates, the big bankers throughout the world, they're going to set up like a green agenda type of credit score system. I talked about that the other day. That are you worthy enough to be banking with the Bank of America, Bank of England, Bank of Japan, or whatever bank it may be, based on your social score? Are you a contributor to society, or are you a taker from society? So it's very interesting how the banks are now, they're borderline, to a degree you could say borderline, it's going to be a racist banking system. If kind of a strong word, but at the same time, what is that all about, right? So for me, once again, the message this morning is decisions. Who's making the decisions? Right now, more than ever in our country, things are the most expensive ever. I mean, anybody can, weigh in on my conversations I have and say, no, you're misled. You're misleading people. And, I'll be more than happy to say, okay, well, help me out here. What am I misleading information about? I'm just sharing with what I'm witnessing right now, the decisions that have been made in the past that are now the present decisions from the past, is things aren't better. I mean, can anybody share with me a story of what is better in our general country right now that go back 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 years ago? What is better? And I'm sure some people would then weigh in and say, well, the electric vehicles, so the technology of electric vehicles has advanced, so that's better, blah, blah, blah. The healthcare system supposedly is better. All right, okay, well, yeah, that's fine. I mean, I don't disagree that those variables are, yes, right, I understand that. But when it comes to the basic individual that has to pay their bills and go to work every day, how do they feel right now? Do they feel like they're in better position? The people that have 401k stocks, do they feel like they're in better position today than they were 2, 3 years ago? I mean, the list can go on and on with people that have money tied up in the markets. And I'm going to tell you right now, I'll be amazed if anybody would say, oh, yeah, this is great. This is fantastic that my portfolio is worth 33% less than it was 2 years ago. Yeah, this is fantastic. And now this is fantastic. I bought a $500,000 home, and now the interest rates have priced out of the average person's income to be able to buy my house. Oh, this is fantastic. Oh, well, the interest rates on cars have gone up, so that's getting more expensive. And oh yeah, you go to buy a used car, you would buy a used car years ago to get the deal. Now you buy the used car today to be told that you're so lucky to be able to buy a car. So the decisions, who put the things in place for the decisions that are now playing out today? And to me, what have they accomplished? That was my message yesterday. What's being accomplished through these decisions? And really, what the real message here is for me this morning is, sadly, officials are in office and power that are being told and have the capability to make these decisions that are being supported by people that think this is the better direction, the better decisions to go forward. But yet, in the end, who's being sacrificed for all these decisions for things to be accomplished? Right? Yeah. So anyways, just a real short video. Got to go to work. It's Monday morning. And I just like to talk on my YouTube channel and share ideas. And the whole idea with me is I just like to share ideas. The goal here is if you are in my office or you and I in the car driving on the road, and, what do you talk about? Talk about the weather? Do you talk about your last girlfriend? I mean, what do you talk about? I mean, I don't know. So for me, I just try to throw out ideas to hopefully have others just kind of think things too. And I'm sure others would have even more dynamics to all these conversations. It would probably be like, yeah, but I could even carry that a whole nother step. And for me, I'm not going to make it political because it'd be very easy for me to start, pointing fingers and calling out people, which I'm not going to do that. I mean, that isn't what I just want my YouTube channel to be. My YouTube channel, I want it to be about my passion for all my motorhead experiences, and at the same time, I want to share with my ideas and views because I got somewhere in my lifetime through my ideas and views, and I can only hope that is given back to you through me just sharing information that maybe helps you think things differently or can help somebody else. I mean, I think sadly we're getting ready to go into fall. The next month is going to be an interesting month for all of us. And to me, I think if you have common sense, I would hope you have common sense to try to figure out what makes sense. And yeah, right. Huh. All right, everybody. Hope everybody has a great day, blessed day. And what's going on? What happened to the Toyota Tundra truck deal? Yeah, well, I mean, for me, I've said it many times. That's something that was maybe come through pretty cool, but my key guy was gone the whole weekend, so I don't know. He may call me today, but then do I even really pursue it? Yeah, I'd say that would even be a 50-50 shot if I even pursued it, should that deal goes down. But then I got a phone call. I shouldn't say a phone call. I'm so used to phone calls, not texting, because I grew up in the age you had to call somebody. But yeah, I got a text that there's a really nice CVO road glide coming in. And yeah, I don't know. Right now the downside is the riding days are kind of coming to an end for the season. So whatever you buy now, it just sits in your garage most of the time. But this one dealer has such good numbers on a CVO bike. This part of me is like, man, do you buy this stuff just to be able to say you have it? And next year it's going to be more expensive, and next year it's going to be more rare. I mean, does that drive the decision-making process? Yes, that's for me. How do I make a decision on that? So, yeah, I don't know yet. The downside is if I see it in person, that probably would drive a decision. Yeah, how does that play out, right? Well, anyways, thanks for watching my channel, and share the information if you like, and stay tuned for some more travels and adventures, and have a great day.